Assalamualaikum viewers, how are you? It is Blessing Friday. So, happy Friday from my side. Today we will study or we will review about the directory structure of Linux operating system. But before starting my lecture, please subscribe my channel Technique Training, like and share my videos, press bell icon for new updates. As you can see, it is the lecture 3 of my series. So, we will be studying today directory structure of Linux, which is Red Hat and CentOS. I have already mentioned in front of you that Red Hat and CentOS OS both are same. CentOS is a legal free version of Red Hat Linux and they both have same version at the same time. So let's move forward to the directory structure. The file system hierarchy standard defines the directory structure and directory contents in Linux distribution. All files and directories appears under the root directory, which can be shown as a red signal, a red font. It is a root directory, backslash you can say also. Even if they are stored on different physical or virtual devices, some of these directories only exist on a particular system if certain systems such as X Windows systems are installed. Root user is just like a administrator in Windows, so they have both same roles in Linux and Windows. Admin exists in the Windows and root exists in the Linux. It is the directory structure. This is the root directory, which can be shown as the slash bin slash sbin etc directory, dev, proc, var. These all directories come under the root directories. As you can see that root bin, root sbin, root etc. So we will study one by one. What is root directory? Every single file and directory starts from root. Only root user has a right privilege under this directory. User bin directory, user binaries, contains binary executables. Common Linux commands you need to use in single user modes are located under this directory. Commands used by all users are located here. For example, ls, copy, paste, etc. Root sbin directory or system binaries. These are just like root user binaries, contains binaries executable, but Linux command under these directories are used typically by system administrator for system maintenance purpose. For example, IP tables, reboot, fdisk, etc. etc directory contains all files. Dev directory contains the device file. For example, terminal device is USB. Like root dev, root tty. This is the path of the dev directory in which all the devices information is stored. For example, USB and CD and terminal devices. Process information directory contains information about system process. Var directory variable files contains files that are expected to grow and that can be found under the directory. For example, system log files. User program directory contains binary libraries, documentation and source code for second level programs. For example, binary source code, library source code are used under the user programs. Home directory. This is the home directory for all users to store their personal files. Bootloader files contains boot related file. For example, kernel, init, rd, grub files are located under boot directories. System libraries contains library files that supports the binaries located under the binaries and S binaries user binaries and system binaries directories. Optional add-ons apps contains add-on application from individual vendors. Mount directory contains temporary mount directory where system admins or root user can mount file systems. Media removable devices. SRV service data contains server specific service related data, for example SRV CVS, where CVS related data is contained. In service data contains the CVS file where CVS related data is stored. So this is the total file structure of the Linux operating system. So we will see this Linux operating system in our VMware virtualization software. We will log in here. You can see that this is the interface of CentOS operating system. We will go to the computer and you can see here is the folders of all directories: bin, boot, dev, etc, home, root. You can see that there is a cross mark on root directory because this is not the root user, that's why it is a cross mark and you can't access it. You can show this. You do not have the permission necessary to view the contents of the root. It would be shown only by the root users. So this was the whole lecture today about the root directories. This is the terminal. You can see the terminal has been started here. We will switch to root user. Authentication failure because I have given the wrong password. We will repeat the command. Su means switch user. Switch user to root. Now we have logged into the root user directory. It is the login username, it is the machine name, and it is the current working location where I am working here. So this is the basic rule or input rule of Linux operating system in terminal command. That's all for today's lecture, which is the system directories of Linux or directory structure of Linux. Close the terminal. So user, how was the lecture today? Thank you very much from my side, but before going, I want to rememorize you to subscribe my channel again, Technique Training, like and share my videos and press bell icon for new updates. Thank you very much guys. Allah Hafiz.